Well, hello there. Welcome back. Hopefully, you're here because you saw my previous video and you're subscribing now and you're ready to learn about Java and other computer science topics. Um, if you haven't subscribed, don't fret. You still have time. If you haven't seen my video, don't worry. You can always go back and watch that first. But I try to make my videos independent, so you don't necessarily need to watch my previous video to understand this video, but it would help. Um, so in this video, I'm going to talk about method references using constructors and static methods. Okay. Um, so let's start off with the constructor, and we're going to use the functional interface, which again is an interface that uses one abstract method. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and define an interface. Let's call this constructor interface. And inside this interface, we're going to create a construct type. And we're going to create a method called getIt. And this is going to require a string parameter. Okay? So we have our interface, we have our method, signature, and we'll move on to our class. So, and this class is gonna be of the myConstruct type, and we're gonna have a constructor here where we're able to pass over a parameter of the string type, and in here we're gonna go ahead and print out system out print line. We're going to go ahead and print out the string get plus whatever string we pass over. Sounds good? Great. So now we have this class. Let's go ahead and create our driver class. We have public class reference with constructor as titled. Let's go ahead and add that S. Okay. Let's define our main class. Main string. String args. Okay. Now inside our main class, we're going to go ahead and instantiate a new object of the myConstruct type. So here we go. But how we're going to do it is by referencing the new operator or the new keyword. Okay? And we're going to store that as an object of the interface type. Let's call that CI object. Okay. And now that we have this CI object, which it's of the constructor interface type, we can access its method. Let's go ahead and access the method getIt. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pass it a string, of course. So getIt, I'm pretty excited because this works. Hopefully. Let's just go ahead and pass it another one, just for good measure. Got. Okay, and here we go. So let me just recap. We created an interface of the constructor interface called constructor interface. We have our method, which is a myConstruct type, and we're passing it one parameter of the string type. We created a class of the myConstruct, and we used the constructor to pass it a string, And inside this constructor, we're utilizing this method. We have defined this method, and we're able to access that method a little later on in our main class, where we instantiated a new object of the myConstruct type, which was stored as an object of the interface. So recurring theme here, object of the interface. Okay, let's go ahead and save that and run it after we compile it. Reference in Java. Cool, that worked. And we have this get it and get got. So whatever we pass in through this method using this object that we created of this type, when we instantiated of the myConstruct type, we were able to pass in that string and print out this method. Make sense? Hope so. I have a blog on this if you'd like to look at more details. I'll share that with you in a minute. So now let's go on to using static methods. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and make this with static methods. As I said before, if you missed my previous video, come back when you watch them all, or you can start from here. Let's go ahead. So in this case, we're gonna use an interface, functional interface. Let's go ahead and save that so I get these nice right features. Let's call this static method class. Okay. Did that work? What did I do? Oh, totally forgot the extension. It's getting a little late in the day. Moving forward, we're gonna do this a little earlier. So here we go. And let's see if that worked. Might have to open it up again. That won't work on this IDE. Let's go ahead and open it up through here. Remind me to erase that, delete that file. Okay, let's start again. So we're gonna define an interface. We're gonna call it a functional static interface. Inside this functional static interface, we're gonna have an interface what? Interface method, but spelled correctly. Okay, so we have that. Let's go ahead and create this class called a static method class. I know you love my creativity. And inside this, we're gonna create a public and a static method function. It doesn't have a return type, but it's gonna print out. Wait, I see too many parentheses there. We're gonna print out. This doesn't look right. We're gonna go ahead and print out. Let me think. Calling this static method. Okay. Cool. This is extra. Okay, so let's define our main class. So it's public static void main string args, and inside this main class, we're going to go ahead and access our static method, and we're going to go ahead and do that using the double colon operator as such, and we're going to store this as an object of the functional interface func op. Okay, so now we have access to this method. We're going to go ahead and use this method to access our interface method because it is of the functional static interface type. Okay, and there we go. Let's go ahead and compile and run. Here we go. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Static method class Java. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, calling this static method, which is spelled wrong. But hopefully you get the point. We access the static method class, so we access the static method function inside the static method class by referencing it. Once we got that reference, we store that as an object of the functional static interface type, and we use that object to access our interface method. Okay, I hope all that makes sense. If it didn't, check out my blog. There we go. Check out my blog. Here we have instance method references, which was my previous video. But in here we also have the static method class and a reference with constructor in Java. It's pretty much the same code. And we also have this blog over here. Sorry, I misspoke. Here's my blog. Here's my GitHub. Check them out. At the end of this blog, you'll see the link to my code. Well, I hope you enjoy that. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Okay, take care.